Hello everyone, welcome to Mythikos Coder channel. So I am starting this new tech channel to cover the array of technical topics going forward. Today in this video, I am going to show you how to create a word clock with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Here's a peek into the application, which will be our end product after development. You can see we have our header element, a combo box and a paragraph element which show our clock. As I change the time zone, the digital clock updates on the fly. So without further ado, let's dive into code. I will be using Visual Studio Code for most of my development. I'm also using Live Server extension to run the localhost server. Benefit of using this extension is that it detects your code changes in editor and reload the page in the browser dynamically. To install this extension, click on Extension tab and search for Live Server. I already have installed this extension. You can install it on your machine. It's okay if you don't want to install, and it's not mandatory for development in today's video. Now let's write some HTML code. I'll create index.html file in the JavaScript date and type folder. You can give any name you want, it's not mandatory to give index.html as your file name, but in general, the starting page of any website starts with index.html, so I will go with this convention. So now I'll start this HTML code by declaring the document type as HTML. Then I'll declare HTML tag, and between these HTML tag we will have two child tags as head element, and then we will have our body tag. Now this head tag usually contain metadata. Metadata is data about data, which means it will provide data about this HTML document. When I say data, it means that it will tell us what kind of character set we are using, what is the title of this document, what all script and style sheets we are going to import, and so on. Now we are going to create two different files. One is index.js file, which will hold our JavaScript code, and another one is index.css file, that is a style sheet file. So let's go ahead and create those files. Index.css and index.js. Once we are over with creating these two files, let's import this file in our HTML document. Now we are going to define our link tag. In this link tag, we have two attributes. One is relation attribute and another one is href attribute. In the relation attribute, we are going to give this as a style sheet, and in the href, we are going to give a link to our index.css file. Basically, link tag is used to create a relationship between the current document and the external resources. Next, add the script tag. The script tag is used to embed client-side script in our current HTML document. We are going to link the JavaScript file to our current HTML document by writing and importing it using the script tag. The script type will be module, as later in the video I will be importing another JavaScript file into our main index.js file. In the body of this HTML document, create a div tag, which is a block level element. Let's give the class name as container, which contains all the child elements in this root element. Give a heading now. I will take h2, and inside this text can be, let's say, time of selected country. Then I will create another division inside container div. This div will hold our combo box. Add a select tag in the div. Give the class name as select to this strip. Now give this select tag a name locals and an ID local list. I will be populating the values in a combo box during the page loading using arrays. And finally, a paragraph element to display our running digital clock. Give the class name as show date. Now with this, we are over with the HTML code. Before we start writing code in index.js file, let's have a look at locale.js file. This file contains a single variable and it's the only variable in this file. I am using const keyword to declare this variable as I will not be changing the reference to some other array object. Although I can modify the list of this array, I will not change the referencing in whole development. I am exporting this variable to later import this in index.js file. You use export keyword for exporting variables and method from a JavaScript file. Now move to index.js file. Start by importing the local.js file using the import statement. Don't forget to add JS extension to the imported file name. Now we are going to attach an event to the document which get fired after the DOM content is loaded. We are going to write document.add event listener DOM content loaded and add a callback function on page load which will handle this event. Now we will use the document object and call the query selector method to select the element with class name show date. Next, declare a time zone using let keyword. This is a global scoped variable. Now reference the select HTML tag using the ID selector hashtag local list. We are going to copy this. Now we are going to define the load locales in combo box method. Here we are going to populate the combo box with the list defined in local.js file. First of all, sort the array in ascending order and then call the for each method. For each method accepts two arguments. First is an array element and second is a callback method which will get called for each element in an array. In this case, we are having 248 elements. So callback method will be called 248 times. Now inside this arrow function, let's create a new option. This option constructor take two arguments. First argument is inner text value and the second argument is value assigned to each option tag. Now add this option tag as a child element of the select tag. Make the second argument as an undefined because we want to append this child element at the end of the list. Now we are done with loading of locals in combo box. Let's now create onPageLoad method which will execute once DOM content is loaded in browser. Inside this, first load the locales in combo box. Load locales in combo box method. Let's go to the browser and see the effect. Okay, we are getting the values here now. Next, select the selected option in the combo box using selected index property. Using let keyword, let selected option is equal to combo box dot options combo box dot selected index semicolon. Next, assign the text or value of the selected option in a global variable time zone. Time zone equal to selected option dot text. Now attach an event listener which will listen to the changes done in the combo box using change event and pass the second argument, a callback method, to handle this event. The combo box dot add event listener change handle combo box. Next, add the set interval method of window object. Set interval method will have a callback method as a first argument, display local time, comma, and time delay as a second argument, 1000 millisecond. Display local time method will be called repeatedly every second with a fixed interval. Now let's define the handle combo box method to handle the change event. Let's copy the two lines from on page load method, which helps us to fetch the selected option. And we are done with this one. Now let's write the display local time method. Display local time. Now inside this, first create a date object using new keyword. Const date is equal to new date. After this, set the paragraph element inner HTML date container dot inner HTML is equal to date dot local string English United States. Now this local string will fetch the local date and time. When we are not passing the time zone, and the time will be displayed in US format. Now we will pass options inside the local string. First option is time zone, second is hour, third is minute, 2 digit, second 2 digit. Order doesn't matter here, since we are writing the associated property name with each value. Now let's switch to UI and see the JavaScript code in action. Looks nice. Now, next we are going to add some style to our UI. Move to index.css file. First select the universal selector star parenthesis. Give box sizing property as a border box. This will let you include padding and border length in calculating the width and height of an element. Now the body selector, add display, flex, justify content center, align item center. This is to center the element on x and y axis. Flex direction is equal to row by default. Now give a width of 100 VW and height 100 VH and keep overflow as hidden. Now select the container element using class selector dot container. Give display flex, justify content center, align item center, change the default value of flex direction to column and give a width of 80%. Now this will neatly center all the elements in the screen. Now select h2 tag of container class. Dot container h2 semicolon parenthesis and give font size a property of 2 rem. Now decorate the class dot select parenthesis, give display as flex, change the default value of flex direction to column, and keep justify content as a space between. It will give a space between the elements, equal space. Next, use the ID selector to select the combo box. Hashtag local list. Give it a width of 100%. Font size 1 rem. Padding 10 pixel top and bottom, 20 pixel left and right. Keep outline as none. I don't want to keep any border, so I'll keep border as none. Box shadow as RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.16, 0 pixel, 3 pixel, 6 pixel, then again comma RGBA 3 zeros followed by 0.23, then 0 pixel, 3 pixel and 6 pixel. I'll keep background as RGB 88 88 21. Now style each option in the select tag by selecting it using child combinator. Hashtag local list option. Give font size as 1 rem and background as white. The font color as black. Next, select the paragraph element. Dot short data. Give this element a font size 3 rem. Font weight is bold and letter spacing as 0.7 em. Now I am going to import the Google fonts, which I already kept handy. I will go to my notepad and copy the styles and paste at the top of CSS file. Now give the font family in body tag as Hind Siliguri and show that element a font of Orbitron. With this, we are over with the development. Now let's move to UI and see our final product. It is as we wanted to show it. A nice header, combo box and paragraph element displaying clock. Now if we change the value in combo box, clock also get updated. So with this, we are done with this video. I will paste the GitHub link for this project in a description. You can copy and use it however you like. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.